Hello, everyone. I am Z, and welcome to today's episode. In this episode, I will share an inspirational story of Steve Jobs. In the world of technology, innovation is king. But innovation alone doesn't change the world, communication does. One man who understood this better than anyone was Steve Jobs. The late Apple co-founder wasn't just a brilliant innovator, he was a master communicator. His presentations weren't just product launches, they were cultural events. And at the core of his legendary communication style was the use of clear, simple English. We'll uncover how Steve Jobs transformed presentations with language and how you can learn from his techniques to speak with clarity, inspire action, and lead with influence. Steve Jobs believed in simplicity, not just in design, but in language. If you've ever watched an Apple keynote, you'll notice that Jobs didn't speak like a tech expert. He spoke like a teacher. He broke down complex ideas using short, punchy sentences. Instead of talking about high-resolution, multi-touch capacitive displays, he said, "It's got a beautiful screen." Instead of processing capabilities and RAM capacity, he said, "It's fast." Jobs understood that when people are overwhelmed with technical jargon, they disconnect. But if you speak simply, people feel smart, engaged, and excited. That's how Jobs connected with millions, not by showing off his intelligence, but by inviting you into it. Simplicity doesn't happen by accident. Jobs rehearsed his presentations for weeks. He practiced every word, every slide, every pause. His goal wasn't to memorize, it was to internalize. And the reason for that? So that he could appear natural. He didn't want to seem rehearsed, he wanted to seem real. But that authenticity came from hours of preparation. He made it look effortless, but behind the curtain was discipline, focus, and relentless practice. Lesson: if you want to speak simply and powerfully, prepare deeply. Clarity is not the absence of work, it's the result of it. Jobs often use what communication experts call the rule of three. The human brain loves patterns, and three is a magic number. When introducing the first iPhone, Jobs said, "Today, we're introducing three revolutionary products: a widescreen iPod, a phone, and an internet communicator. Are you getting it? These are not three separate devices. This is one device. And we are calling it iPhone." That moment became iconic because of its structure. He didn't say a multifunction smart device. He gave the audience something simple to visualize and remember. Three ideas. One revelation. You can use this too, whether you're pitching a product, explaining a concept, or telling a story. Break it into three simple parts. Jobs hated cluttered slides. At Apple keynotes, slides weren't filled with text or bullet points. Often, there was just one image, one phrase, one number. Why? Because the slides weren't there to compete with him. They were there to reinforce what he was saying. By removing distractions, Jobs made his message crystal clear. When he said, "the world's thinnest notebook," and displayed the MacBook Air coming out of an envelope, you got it instantly. Tip for you: don't rely on slides to speak for you. Use them to support your words, not replace them. Steve Jobs didn't just describe products, he made you feel something about them. He used emotional, evocative words. He didn't just say a new product was good, he said it was revolutionary, incredible, amazing. When launching the first iPod, he didn't say it has 5 gigabytes of storage. He said, "It holds 1,000 songs in your pocket." By translating specs into stories, he made the product come alive. Lesson: don't just speak about features. Speak about what those features mean to people. Translate facts into feelings. One of Jobs' most overlooked presentation tools? Silence. He knew that pauses give people time to think, to react, to absorb. When he unveiled the first iPhone, there was a moment when he simply held up the device and waited. The silence built suspense. It gave the moment weight. You don't have to fill every second with words. Strategic pauses make your message more dramatic, memorable, and human. Jobs didn't use big words to sound smart. He used small words to make big ideas simple. And because he was so clear, he appeared confident. His calm tone, relaxed posture, and uncluttered message all sent a signal. I believe in this, and you should too. Whether in product launches, interviews, or even commencement speeches, his tone remained conversational, not corporate. You felt like he was speaking to you, not at you. Takeaway: confidence doesn't come from complexity, it comes from clarity. When your message is clean, your presence becomes powerful. Jobs didn't sell you a gadget. He told you a story. He painted a picture of your future with Apple products in it. When unveiling the iPhone, he walked the audience through what their life would be like using it, checking email, browsing the web, listening to music, all from one device. Stories stick, specs don't. If you want your message to last, wrap it in a story. Jobs' presentations reflect the design philosophy behind Apple. Less is more. Fewer slides, fewer words, more meaning. He didn't try to impress with information overload. He impressed by doing the opposite, by stripping away the noise so the message could shine. In communication, as in design, minimalism is memorable. Steve Jobs showed us that language is like a user interface. It either empowers people or confuses them. And like great design, great communication is intuitive, elegant, and human. You don't need to be a tech genius or a CEO to use these principles. Whether you're giving a school presentation, pitching a startup, or leading a team meeting, speak simply, speak clearly, speak with purpose. Conclusion: think simple, speak simple, inspire deeply. Steve Jobs changed the world with technology, but he moved the world with words. His ability to turn product launches into storytelling masterpieces came from his mastery of simple, clear English. And that's something anyone can learn. So next time you're preparing a presentation, remember, use short sentences, speak like you're explaining it to a friend, tell stories, not just stats, and practice, not to be perfect, but to be clear. Because in a noisy world, simplicity isn't just nice, it's necessary.